I have the life I've always dreamt of. My name is Paris, I'm 24 years old and I'm English. My mother is rather cool, even though she's kind of old style. She called me Paris in honor of the French capital she had always dreamt of visiting, but she'd never managed to. She met my father. My mom met him when he was teaching law at her university, so when she was 22, her youth came to an end. Me at 24 am rather the opposite. I lived my life to the fullest, especially when England beats France at the Six Nations Championship. At uni, I quickly replaced lectures and library by sociological field studies. That's how I met my ex. It was an extremely passionate relationship. We were crazy about the same things. But at some point we began fighting too much, so I left. I wanted to see the rest of the world, and as my name predicted, I started with Paris. I found a job at a pub, then another one, and one evening I literally fell on Simon. It was love at first sight. Simon is the kind of guy I've always dreamt of. I always have trouble waking up in the morning, it's really not my thing. When I finally get out of bed, I have the pleasure of realizing that my breakfast has already been served. We go out practically every evening. Sometimes we go to the movies with Anna, Guillaume, Julie, the usual crowd. Some other evenings, Simon's friends invite us for dinner. No beer on the menu, but there are always new wines to enjoy. The rare evenings where we don't see his friends, we order some sushi at our place or Simon prepares one of his specialities. For all my birthday, or for any other reason he finds, Simon organizes romantic weekends away from Paris. Last time it was Cabor. The first time I took Simon to a museum, I started telling him how I felt while looking at a painting. He ended up telling me I was a perfect museum guide. We talked about it that same evening, and thanks to him I decided to study history of art. Between the pub and the lectures, I had some crazy weeks. Simon really had to go through some hard times because of my breakdowns. He quietly waits till I calm down. I must admit that today I really am in an ideal relationship. I've always dreamt of a world without alarm clocks. Like every morning, mine rang an hour ago. And like every morning, I got out of bed 10 minutes ago. Simon has already left. Like every morning, I find breakfast and a glass of fresh orange juice waiting for me. Finally, like every morning, I prepare myself to spend an hour in the metro. Today's a morning like any other. Today, I'm leaving Simon.